Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do before we ended the session was teach Mabel actually where we want her to be on a heel. Right now we're using a martingale collar, which I use in a stopgap measure. It usually stops dogs from pulling, but you still do have to manipulate the dog. So it's not actually teaching the dog where to be. So what I do is I got this technique, I guess I should give credit. I get this out of Gene Donaldson's book, Train Your Dog Like a Pro. Highly, highly recommended if you want to train your dog. It's a hardcover book and it will come in, Mabel, it'll come with a DVD that will break down all these exercises, and this is where I got the technique that I'm about to show you here. So I have a handful of treats. Now usually you don't want to cross over your body when you're doing training, but in this case I'm going to. I have all the treats in my right hand. I'm a righty. I'm going to keep Mabel on my right side. I'm going to put this hand behind my back and have one treat, and I'm going to hold it where I want her to be. So I'm going to take 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And keep on dropping on Mabel. Let's try it again. 1. Mabel. There, you find it? So try to get the treat in your dog's mouth.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. This will be easier when I turn around. There we go. Mabel. Mabel. Now I'm saying the word heel when I do it. Now she likes to try to nibble it out of my hand, as you can see here. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit just to keep her attention and keep her in the spot, but not let her think she's getting it. So 1, 2, heel. 1, 2, 3, heel. Notice I have her in the heel position because that's where I'm holding the treat. 1, 2, 3, heel. So I wanted to go with a 4th step there, but you saw she kind of stopped. If we stop too soon and ask too many steps, the dog loses interest. Keep them establishing it until she stays with you 3 steps in a row, then go to the 4th step. Mabel, let's go back here. We get a better camera angle if we go this way. Come here. Sit. Sit. Heel. Try it again. 1, 2, come on. Now, if she does this sort of thing, then we just have her on a leash. I mean, that's something I forgot to point out. I prefer training a dog off leash in a controlled area like this. Now, this is coming Southern Cal, so we don't have a lot of room, but this is actually a giant yard for Southern California.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that again. Heel. Heel. Grab a position, there we go. Heel. Now if your dog starts to get too excited, take her for a rollerblading adventure or a game of fetch, give her a cool down period, which we just did, but she's a very excitable dog. You see she's jumping up for it because she's used to jumping up for the treats. So in the Gene Donaldson DVD, she actually shows you after you get to the point where you take several steps, when you're about to give the dog the treat, you pull it away, then give it the treat. This teaches the dog that the treat is, every time it goes away, it's about to come, so I need to pay closer attention. Let's try that again. Heel. 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 Now we have a better heel without the lunging. There's still going to be a little bit of that. Heel. Heel. Now this seems kind of, we're in a very confined area. This isn't like on a walks, but you have to start the behavior in the easiest scenario situation possible. Let's try a couple more steps. Heel. Heel. Try. Come on. This is another good example. Dogs' neurons start getting tired, especially as a puppy, and they get fatigued.
Is that what's happening?
So when you're
that
doing
happens.
training,
yeah.
this is why I mentioned earlier, you want to keep your training sessions 1 to 2 minutes. Your
Okay.
first 1 minute, you'll get, once the dog knows, you'll get a lot of successes. Then the second minute, you start getting occasional failures. 3rd minute, you get more failures. You get to the 4th or 5th minute, you're mostly failures.
Right,
so
right.
if your dog knows what to do and suddenly stops doing it, consider, how long have I been doing it? Have I been doing it too long? If I have, then maybe I pushed too far. Now, I always want to end on a good one, so I'm going to give her to come with me. Here. Mabel, come. Heel. Mabel. Heel. And then afterwards, get down and give your dog a little extra attention. play the ball, rub her belly, do whatever her favorite things are. So she remembers the last repetition of the exercise was a successful one. So she remembers it positively. And then afterwards, my guardian gave me a little extra love and affection, scratched me behind the ear or on my butt or all my special places. So I remember that I really liked that exercise and had a good time. Let's make it snow a little bit. Yes, oh yes.
First fine.
So this is how we teach our dog to walk at a heel, by giving a positive reinforcement when they're in the heel position. And again, Gene Donaldson's book, Train Your Dog Like a Pro. Highly recommended.